Hey booktube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you're new to me and it's the first time you're seeing this face, hello, what's up? My name's Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So I hope that's why you're here, because that's what's gonna be happening today. If you're not new to me, thank you for always tuning in, the continued support. I really do appreciate it. So today for you, I have my February TBR. We are already in the second month of the year, guys. I can't believe that. That's insane. Seriously, where does time go? That's insane. But a new month means new TBR, means new books, means new adventures, means a bunch of new stuff. So without further ado, grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, and let's get talking some books. All right. So as normal, my TBR is broken up into categories to kind of help keep it organized a little bit. So we're going to start off with my carryovers. Yes, I do have carryovers, but the thing is, I'm not upset about it, because would it be a Jackie TBR without carryovers? I mean, come on, guys, let's be honest about it. But the two carryovers I have, I was expecting to have, so I'm not really too upset about it. So the first one is Diana Gabaldon's Outlander. I am rereading this series for the great Outlander read-along that is being hosted by Jen over at the Book Refuge. We are rereading all the Outlander books, or if you are taking part in it and you have not read them, reading for the first time. So it's kind of a duo, kind of like her SJM read-along, where there was people who have read it before and people who didn't. And I was a first timer in that one, but this time I am a advanced because I've read these before. But I knew I'd be carrying this one over because the live show for it is not until February 17th. So I still had time. So I wasn't really pressured to actually get it done in January. So I'm not 100% worried about it. I've also reread this book a bunch of times and it's my favorite book. You know, it legitimately is one of my favorite books of all time. So if you are new to me, hello, favorite book. It explains a lot about me. There is a pre-Outlander Jackie and an after-Outlander Jackie. The after-Outlander Jackie is far cooler, in my personal opinion. Just so you know. But yeah. So I am continuing to carry this over. And I am doing a reading vlog of the entire series. That was actually suggested by one of my subscribers, to vlog my reading experience. Now, you will not have the immediate reactionary like my normal vlogs, but you're gonna get the I know it's coming and what new things can I pick up, because every time I reread this book, I have picked up new things. So I'm excited for that, because it's gonna be a new thing for my channel, my first reread vlog. So I'm excited about that, but yep. So this is being carried over. That's the first one. The second one is Christina Marziadis' Ghost, which is the third installment to the Love Letting series. I am taking my time with this because I am doing a full book review on this. I am actually reviewing the entirety of the series for Christina. She is one of my friends, and I met her because I reviewed her other two books, which are right behind me, right there. There you can see Haunt and then Curses behind it. I have a playlist of these reviews, and I'll link it here for you guys if you want to go check it out to get caught up, because this is the third installment. So we are in the thick of it. We have answering of questions. We have new questions arising. We have fucking strange practices that I have no idea where she fucking found that out. But I love you for it. I love you so much. You speak to my black little heart so well. I love it. Actually, Haunt was actually my book of the year in 2023. So that is how awesome this series is. So I'm really, really excited to continue on with this and learn more about this silver fox here. This is Marshall fucking Tillman, okay? Marshall fucking Tillman. Coined the phrase. There he is, right there. And I get to learn more about him in this series. And I am loving what I am learning. And I'm also hating certain characters. They can go fuck off and die. So, a lot of opinions about this. So I'm glad to be carrying this over, because I love, this series is so in-depth and so descriptive that you need to take your time with it to really grasp everything. And even then, you're gonna miss things because it's so just immersive. So I am taking my time with it. So I had an idea that I was probably going to be carrying this one over, because I am taking it in chunks, because it is also a very heavy book, not just in weight, but it's just in subject material. every once in a while you kind of take a step back and be like, yeah, I should probably go read something else because I'm going to have nightmares now. And I already have nightmares because James Miller scares me. I feel like I have a target on my back. But I love him anyway. He's so just... read the books and meet him and you just... yeah, but there'll be a full book review coming on with this book very, very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. All right, those are my carryovers for the month, and now on to my arcs. I actually have an arc book this month. I am part of Reezy Discovery. If you are not familiar with Reezy Discovery is, I am one of their video reviewers. They reached out to me about, I want to say a year and a half ago now. I think almost about a year and a half, and asked me to be one of their video reviewers, and I jumped the chance, and I have had such a good experience with the books through them, and I believe this one is going to be no different. This is Golden Bloodline by Richard Morman. Okay, so let me just read you a snippet of the summary that I was provided, because this thing sounds fucking epic, all right? In a sprawling landscape of the 1800s, a tale of profound consequence unfolds within the pages of Golden Bloodline. The narrative delves deep into the human psyche, where one man's singular act reverberates through time, setting in motion a cascade of events that will change lives forever. As the story unfurls, it weaves together the voices of its characters, men, women, and the indomitable spirit of a son. Each a perspective adds a layer of authenticity, drawing the reader into the world where suspense and intrigue reign supreme. Golden Bloodline does not shy away from the stark realities of its era. It lays bare the horrors of slave labor, the fires of rebellion, and the shadows of discrimination. It acknowledges the pivotal role these factors played in shaping destinies. It's a mesmerizing journey where every tragedy can be traced back to the singular actions of one man ripping through the years. Are you fucking kidding me? That sounds fucking amazing. The minute I read about how it does not shy away from stark realities of the era, I was sold. I was done. This is mine. Give it to me. I need it now in my hands, because something about me, I'm a history person. I do not believe in erasing history. I don't think you should shy away from it. If you don't know where you've come from, you have no idea where you're going, and you're bound to make the same fucking stupid mistakes. So to have an author blatantly tell me on the fucking book that he is not going to shy over it, he's not going to gloss over it, he's going to put it right there. Already applauding you, dude. Already fucking applauding you. I'm super stoked. I'm so excited. I am foaming at the mouth a little bit, just a little bit, for this book. So I'm super, super excited about it. And the deal with the Reezy Discovery books is that once I read it, I give a full book review on it. So you will get to see a full book review of my literally eviscerating this book on film. And I cannot wait. Yes, I am super pumped for this one. The experience I've had with Reezy Discovery is phenomenal. I think the lowest score I've ever given was a 3. And even that 3 was just bonkers crazy. But seriously, I've had excellent experiences with Reezy Discovery and the quality of the books that they choose. As a matter of fact, Haunt, which is the first installment to this series that I was just bragging about, was a Reezy Discovery book. That's how I found it. And it became my book of the year last year. Okay? Fucking just star quality books, and I expect no less from this one. This one, I've got some high hopes for this one, so hopefully it does not let me down. Really, really pumped for it. For sure. The next book I have on my list is part of my book club section. I am a member of a book club here on YouTube, and it is the Black Hat Book Coven. It is hosted by myself, Becky over at BeckX Reads, Laura at A Book Circus, and Kristen at Kristen Craves Books. We have already had one meeting. It was actually on my book that I chose last month, and this month the choice was by Laura at A Book Circus, and she chose Ava Green's Semi-Magical Witch. I apparently did not write the author's name down, so it's right here. I apologize. But this is a middle grade, which is something none of you have ever seen me read. Want to know why? Because the last time I read a middle grade book, I'm pretty sure I was in middle school, if not earlier, because I had a high reading level when I was a kid. So the age range for this book is between 9 and 12 years old. The last time I think I read a book that was geared for 9 to 12-year-olds, I think it was probably 7. So this is completely out of my wheelhouse. I have no idea what to expect. I know nothing about this book except the brief little description that Laura gave on our live show just recently, where she said it was about a girl who had to pass a test to get her witch card, or she was having her witch card taken away because she couldn't do certain things. So that kind of sucks. I'm like, well, I don't want your shit taken away. That sucks. But just based off the cover, I am getting Studio Ghibli vibes. Kiki's Delivery Service, if you're familiar with that, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting just by looking at the cover. So this is going to be interesting for sure, because I don't knock anybody for wanting to read middle grade books. If you want to read them, power to you. At least you're reading something. That's what's important. But middle grade is not for me. It's not even a genre I even think about reading ever again. The only books I've ever considered possibly looking back and rereading were Nancy Drew's and the Dear America books, just because they're childhood memories for me. But anything new, nope, got nothing. Got nothing. Have no desire. So this is going to be definitely a new experience for me, for sure. So I'm excited, but I'm nervous, and all the girls are banking on me not showing up. But I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to show up, and I'm going to read the book, and I'm going to talk about it. So there you go. Because hopefully it reads really fast, because it's middle grade. I don't imagine it being very difficult. So, yeah. The next book I've got is part of the Great Outlander read-along, which I am carrying over Outlander for. Now, the live show for Outlander is February 17th. Like I said, it's over at Jen's channel on The Book Refuge. If you're not familiar, I'll link her down below, so you can go check out that announcement video if you want to partake in it. But after the 17th, technically we're going on to the next book, and the next book is Dragonfly and Amber by Diana Gabaldon. So I'm putting it on this TBR. Am I probably going to touch it in February? If I do, it's going to be towards the end again, because we're getting like 4 to 6 weeks for each book, depending on the size of them, because this is a massive series. Currently, it's a 9-book series. 9 books. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 9 full volumes, and then there's the collection book of short stories, which is right here. You can't see me like moving it. There it is. There you go. And I don't know if she's actually including that one. I don't know. I have to ask her if she's going to be including that one. But I'm putting this on the TBR. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably not going to get to it till the very end of February, but it will be vlogged just like my Outlander, because I'm vlogging my whole reading experience of this. So, yeah. Dragonfly Amber's on the list. That is the one that really... Outlander breaks my heart, but that one rips it out. Rips it out. And then laughs at my face. It's great. So, it will be interesting. Now, for what the big event is going on in February, there is a readathon that I am taking part in. Not just a read-along. I have my book closed, but there's a readathon going on by the theswoonyreaders book club. And I will link their Instagram page in the down box below, so you can go check them out. And they are hosting the RomCom Swoonathon, where they have built a bingo board around romantic comedies and their monthly book that they are reading, which I believe is Kennedy Ryan's The Real. I'm not planning on picking it up, but if you were interested, I believe that's the book of February for them. And that's kind of what kind of kickstarted this read-along or readathon. And this is the bingo board that we have. So some people are trying to black this thing out. I know damn well I can't black this out. Like, I know this, okay? I know. So what I did was I created a single bingo line. You can get as many bingos as you want, but I cultivated this TBR I'm about to show you based off of a single bingo line. And if I get others, that's awesome, because all the books I'm reading this month are open to be put on this bingo board because it's a month-long read-along, a readathon. So all of them are open, but these are the books that I've geared to at least get one bingo for sure. So let's just get into it. So the first spot that I'm trying to get is Second Chance Small Town. This is the only, there's two that I've doubled up on because they both work. And that one I chose is Abby Glein's The Game Changer. This is book 6 in the Field Party series. It was up until last year, the last book in the series, but she just released book 7 at the beginning of last year, maybe the tail end of 22. Could have been the tail end of 22. But there is now 7 books, but this is book 6. And in this installment, we follow Asa and Esmita. Now, I don't remember meeting Esmita, but based off of the synopsis that I read on Goodreads, this will qualify for Second Chance. And of course, it's small town because this whole series takes place in a small town. If you've been following me at all, you know I love Abby Glines. I love her. I love this series. I've had such a good time with this series. Abby Glines has this unique way of taking really, really dark topics. We're talking like dark, serious issues and putting them in your face, making you confront them, but yet you aren't just focusing on the negative. She has this way that when she picks this dark, triggery issue, making you see the lighter side, the light at the end of the tunnel, forcing you to only see that. And I just love that about her. I get the sweetest hometown, I feel like I'm back in high school when I read these books. I feel like everything is possible, anything is possible, and where, you know, I can be whatever, and I don't have to be the girl that sat by herself. I'm the girl that people noticed, and I just feel so hopeful when I read these books. It just makes me feel so good and hopeful. These books are just dripping in hope, surrounded by negative shit, but just dripping in hope. And I just, I love this series. I love it. I'm having such a good time with this, and every single installment gives me something new and something different. Not all the installments were 5s, but I've had some 5 stars in installment. I've had some 3 stars, but I've never had anything lower than a 3. And we run the gambit. I've got some spice. I've got some Jerry Springer-like shit. I've got some very pure, innocent stuff. I've got some dark, triggery stuff. I've got some mental health representation, people with disabilities representation. Like, she has she's run a gambit in this series. And I just love it because it's just so sickeningly sweet. It's so nice. It's just so pure and hopeful. And I love this series. So I'm so glad I get to put another one on my TBR and I get to knock one off my list because I have such a good time with this series. And they're so easy to read. They're super fast. And if you like to read a lot of dark, heavy stuff, these are great palate cleansers. For sure. But yes, this is book 6, and you don't have to read them in order. Some of them it's better to read in order. I would recommend reading this series in order, but if you didn't, you're not going to miss out a lot because she does a really good job with continuity. But super excited about this one. The next spot I want to try to block out on the bingo board is for Billionaire. So there's a Billionaire spot, and I've had this series. I bought it last year, all 3 of them there, and I was like, as soon as I saw Billionaire, there was 2 books I wanted to go for, and this is the one that I found first, so I picked it first. So I was like, hey, fate says I got to read this book first because it's the first one I found. And that is Lauren Asher's The Fine Print from the Dreamland Billionaire series. This is a trilogy. I believe they are interconnected standalones, I believe. And this one follows Rowan and Zahara. So not only is this Billionaire, but I believe it's also workplace romance, so it could work for that if I wanted to. If I wanted to double up, but I'm picking it for Billionaire. And I believe Rowan runs a hotel or runs a series of hotels, and Zahara is criticizing them and then ends up having to work for him or something, but he's like super domineering and super bossy, so you know it's gonna be spicy too, so I could probably triple this one up. But yeah, I've heard really good things about it, and this is the shortest of the 3, I believe. I believe it's the shortest of 3. And I love these covers. I love this iconography. I think that's really, really cool. If that's what the hotel looks like, I want to stay there. Just straight up. I'm going to admit it right now. I want The next book I have picked for the prompts of workplace romance and fake dating. I have been wanting to read this book for a while. I've heard really good things about this. It's super popular. It's super well beloved. And apparently it has something to do with Star Wars. I didn't know that when I originally bought the book, but apparently it does. And that is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I have the sequel as well. And I know how Ali Hazelwood just came out with a new book this year, this past month, that's been getting some really, really good reviews. It was not on my anticipated reads list, but I still have noticed it. And if I like this, I might go pick it up because it did look really interesting. But this is about a PhD candidate, Olive Smith, who does not believe in lasting relationships. But to convince a friend that she does, she tries to do a scientific experiment and she ends up kissing a professor. And then he agrees to be like her fake boyfriend and try to make this thing work. And of course it turns into real stuff. But I've heard it's funny, it's sweet, it's endearing. So I'm excited. I've had it on my shelf for a while, so I'm glad to finally get it on here. And you know, it is the month of love, so let's just throw all the romance in here. Let's just throw it all in there. It's fine. The next spot that I want to fill is Enemies to Lovers. So as soon as I saw Enemies to Lovers was in the row that was working for me, I was like, yep, we're going back. We're going back. I put this on a TBR last year and I did not get to it. And I was really upset that I didn't get to it because I really had a good time with the first book in this series. And I really would like to complete this series because I've heard amazing things. And I laughed my ass off in the first book. And that is the second installment to the Brutal Birthright series. Stolen Heir by Sophie Lark, Enemies to Lovers. Following Nessa and Miko or Nico, something like that. But yeah, that's what we're following in this installment. And Brutal Prince was just... I still think about the fucking strawberry scene and the retaliation of that. I still think about it. I still think about those banter between those two, and I'm hoping for just as epic stuff in this one. I'm really, really excited to get back into this world. I do have the graphic editions that she's released of the first two books, but I want to collect all the guys' versions, and I'm finding it difficult to find some of the later ones because I guess she's not reproducing them anymore. So if you know where I could still get the guys' covers, please let me know, because I would really like to have all the guys' covers before I get all the graphic ones. But yeah, so I'm excited to put this on the list, and I'm excited to see if Sophie can make me laugh as hard as she did in the first book, because I was rolling, and I think I read that book in a day, maybe a day and a half. I can't remember, but I read it for a Mafia Romance Readathon. Yeah, I put this on the Mafia Romance Readathon. I didn't get to it. That's the TBR I put it on. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to dive back in for sure. And the last spot for my bingo board that I'm going to be reading a book for, because this bingo board also has some kind of just like random everyday things. And so you get a bingo spot for that. But the last book I have to read for the readathon to get a bingo is for the category of spicy. I wanted to at least have 5 books, so I had 5 individual books. Of course, all of those will probably cover for spicy. But so 2 years ago, in 2022, I picked up this book as a joke for my book club. I thought it'd be funny. I thought it would be like lame and just stupid. And it ended up being a really fucking good time. And it's become sort of like a guilty pleasure. And now I collect the books. And last year in February, I read another installment in this series. So it's just kind of my thing now. In February, I read the next installment of the series. Because who doesn't love 7-foot-tall blue aliens that are ribbed for her pleasure? It is Ruby Dixon, Barbarian Lover, for the spice in the RomCom Swoonathon. I gotta go back to my blue guys. I gotta go back to them. Yeah, with the Keely, I think is what the Keely, the little worm thing. This series just makes me smile. Like, it's 7-foot-tall blue aliens. I revert back to as a child. I just giggle about everything in these books, and it's just kind of become a tradition. So I had to find some way to fit one of these books onto this TBR, whether it was a free reading or a book club or something, but it ended up being for the readathon. And this one we follow Kira, and I believe her alien mate is Haihako. I don't really quite know how to pronounce it, so I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so it's fun, and I love these cartoon covers actually more than the original covers. So I'm actually collecting these. And this one, I believe she's the one that actually has the earpiece, the one that can actually like translate among without having to be, you know, zapped by the spaceship in the first book. She can automatically start communicating because she had the earpiece. She had work done. So I'm interested to see what's going on with her. But yeah, it's just kind of a tradition. So Barbarian Lover for the win, for the spice. There you go. But that's my TBR for the Swoonathon. Obviously, if I get to more books or they fit in other categories, I'm going to do that. Try to get as many bingos as I can. And I will link Kaylani's from Kaylani Simply Me, her announcement video. Her announcement video is the one that I watched, so that's why I'm linking hers. It will be linked in the down box below if you guys want to go watch it and participate in it. But the Instagram for the theswoonyreaders book club, I will put their link in the down box below so you can go directly to their Instagram page where you can get all of the graphics like the bingo board and everything like that too. All right. So I do have some free reading that I would like to try to get to in this month because I want to. One book is already out, and then I have one of my anticipated releases coming out in February as well. If you're not familiar with the anticipated releases that I chose, that I'm looking forward to, I will link that video up here. You can go check it out, and it'll also be in the down box below. But of course, one of them's already out, and it's the big one. You guys all know it's CC3, House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. And I'm putting a graphic up because I don't have my physical copy yet. There was a problem with where I ordered it from. So I'm working that out. So I don't physically have to hold to show you. So you just get the pretty little graphic. Here it is. I'm jealous of all of you that are holding it right now. Thanks. But I would like to try to get it read this month so I don't have to hide away from all my favorite booktubers because they're all reading it, and I would like to be able to watch their videos and support them. But I don't want to watch the videos that have spoilers. I don't care about spoilers, but I don't want to seek them out. It's not something I want to seek out in this series. Most series I don't care about, but this one I kind of do, and I just don't want to be spoiled for it. But I would like to try to get it read this month so I can like be in all the excitement with everybody, and I can get my thoughts out and all that jazz. So once I get it in my hands, I will hopefully be able to pick it up very, very soon. But I have to go get it and get it all worked out because my pre-order fell through. So, yay. Boom. And the second book that is coming out in February that was on my anticipated releases is Catherine Arden's Warm Hand of Ghosts. Really excited about this. This, I believe, is, I remember, World War I historical fiction with ghosts and kind of, you know, seance-y sort of stuff. Really excited about it. I've never read Catherine Arden. She is the same author that wrote the Bear and the Nightingale trilogy, which I have eyeballed for a long time. I do not own it, but every time I see it, I'm like, I should buy that. I should buy that. I should read it. And I have not. But I really feel like because of what this book's about, I'm going to enjoy it. So if I enjoy it, I definitely will go pick up that trilogy because then I'll be like, for sure, yes, I need to read this. But I'm very interested and excited in this book. So when it comes out, and I believe it comes out February 13th or 17th, I want to say it's 13th. I want to say it's 13th because it was really close to Valentine's Day, or 12th, something like that. Because I remember making a joke to my husband. But yeah, so when it comes out, I would like to go pick it up so I can try to read it. Am I going to get to these two books this month? I do not know. That's why they're kind of free choice. And I still technically have to go buy them. So if I don't get to them, I'm not going to feel bad for not completing my TBR, but I do definitely want to get these because they are anticipated releases for sure. All right. So earlier this week, I posted a poll on my community tab for my 12 and 24. If you're not familiar with 12 and 24, these are the 12 books that I would like to read in 2024. I have a video here for you guys so you can go see the list. Now, in January, I posted a poll and you guys picked the book, which was House of Sky and Breath, and I'm still working on it. Well, actually, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on the video right now, so working on the video part. Yeah. So you guys picked that book, and I really liked that you guys picked it, so I'm trusting you guys again, and I posted another poll, and the 3 options I gave were A Court of Silver Flames, Zodiac Academy, and These Violent Delights. These were the 3 options I gave, and the winner with 54% of the votes was, are you fucking surprised? I'm not surprised at all. Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. So this is going on the TBR, and yes, I will be doing a full reading vlog of this book, since I have it of every single installment in this series, except A Court of Thorns and Roses. Because fuck Tamlin, right? Just fuck that guy. We don't give a shit about him. So I will be doing a full reading vlog of this book as well to add to that collection. But yeah, this is on the list to get read. So hopefully this is the month it happens, and it's Valentine's Day. So Nesta better not fucking ruin my Valentine's Day. Just saying. Okay, but I've heard really good things. I know there's really good things. I've already know that there's kind of spoilers in this, but I don't care. Yeah, I'm excited. So there we go. Court of Silver Flames. It's on the list. That's what won, guys. And there was one comment that I have to read this to you, because when I saw that, I was like, that was fucking great. That was awesome. So I want to shout out this comment. So let me bring it up. I want to shout her out because this was a dope ass comment and I thought it was great. It is from Delia Favre 9470. She wrote, I vote for A Court of Silver Flames. The other 2 books are book 1 of series, and A Court of Silver Flames would complete a series. So thank you for having my series completion idea goal, which you guys, I didn't talk about, but thank you for keeping that in mind and keeping me on track. Thank you so fucking much, because when I picked these 3 books, I didn't even realize that until that was actually pointed out to me. I'm like, oh my God, that's a great fucking idea. I love the way you think. So thank you. Thank you, Delia, for doing that. I definitely appreciate you for pointing that out to me, because it makes perfect fucking sense. So thank you. Thank you for that. And for the final book that I am going to read this month, we are going to be pulling from my TBR jar. If you are not familiar with the TBR jar, this is my viewer recommendation TBR jar. I have a book rec form in my down box below. It's linked in every single one of my videos. So if you'd like to recommend me a book, feel free to fill it out, and it gets placed in this jar, and then I draw it once a month with my TBR, or however many I want to. I usually draw 1, and then I read it, and I give a full book review on it. January's book was To Bleed a Crystal Bloom by Sarah A. Parker, and the full review is right here. You can go check it out if you'd like. But this month, let's see what I'll be reading. I got some new ones, so I reorganized it. I filled it back up so it's nice and full, but I'm always taking recommendations, so please fill it up. Anytime I get a new one, it gets put in this jar. So let's go. Ooh. Okay, this one jumped out at me, so we're gonna go with that one. Huh, that's hilarious. How'd that even happen? So To Bleed a Crystal Bloom was the first requested book I've ever gotten on my book form, and they're numbered. It was the first one. I just drew the second one I've ever received, and that is Wrong by Jane Aston. So let me grab the paperwork, and it's right on top because it's number 2. Okay, so Wrong by Jana Aston. It is romance. The tropes, we have an age gap, doctor kink, new adult. Ooh. I get to play doctor during Valentine's Day? Fuck yes. Yes. I'm sick. They decided the requester or recommender decided to remain anonymous. And then the comments. It's the first in a series. My favorite book is Right, which is book 2. All right, so not their favorite, but this is the first book in the series of one of their favorite books. So that's awesome. All right, so Wrong by Jane Ashton is the winner. So I will have to find this and get it and take a look. So I wonder what's so wrong with it, or so wrong it's right? I don't know. We'll find out. But that is my TBR, guys. It's massive, but you know, it's not a Jackie TBR unless, you know, it's fucking crazy, stupid, large, and impossible, and, you know, obnoxious, because Jackie likes to challenge herself in weird, crazy ways. Maybe slightly bit of a masochist. I don't know. I don't know. But here, let's do the little hand thingy, because they didn't flip very well. Gosh. Oh my God, there we go. Here it is. I got it. Here you go. Here it is, people. There you go. In all its glory. It's not a very Valentine-y looking TBR with like the color scheme, but the material is very romancy for sure. So there we go. There we go, guys. That's what I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys all soon with another video. Keep your eyes peeled for House of Sky and Breath vlog. It's coming to you really, really soon. And also keep your eyes peeled for the Ghost review, because I got some shit to say, Christina. I got some shit to say. Good stuff. We gonna have a conversation. Love you. I'll talk to you guys all later. Love you. Bye.